Tonight, the resolution to an I-Team investigation that makes one local group very happy. A well-known interior designer has finally paid back a Dorchester nonprofit that serves low-income kids.
And the I-Team's Kath exposed the so-called $1 million decorator for ripping off people across the country.
The nonprofit serves low-income kids. How do you do something like that?
By the time the I-Team confronted James Swan at the Portland airport, the interior designer had repeatedly failed to deliver on his promise.
Why not scrape the money together to pay back the nonprofit?
Like you said you would.
Instead, the $1 million decorator had gallivanted around the country promoting his podcast, even traveling overseas to trade shows.
Paris was amazing.
And as the I-Team investigated, we found other victims across the country, from Newton to Los Angeles.
You've been doing this for years to people.
4 lights on this side.
The story came to our attention after Swan volunteered to help all Dorchester sports install security lighting on the outside of their building. But after the executive director cut him a check, the designer took the money and disappeared.
No one would do this to a nonprofit youth organization. It just couldn't be possible.
Welcome to $1 Million Decorating.
The I-Team learned the popular podcast has now gone silent after more than 20 designers from around the country sent Swan this cease and desist letter demanding he remove episodes with their interviews. But the nonprofit director and her kids now have thousands of reasons to be thankful.
Oh my God, the love, we're being love bombed.
Horrified by what they saw, designers rushed to support the tiny organization, raising more than $26,000 on a GoFundMe page. And just this week, Swan finally settled his debt by sending a $6,500 check. No longer worried about keeping the lights on, the nonprofit finally has the financial resources to dream bigger.
Never, ever, ever in my wildest dreams would I think that we would be here today. And it was all because of the I-Team.
Swan may have had extra incentives to settle up. The I-Team learned there was an active warrant for his arrest related to the money he took from the nonprofit. Tonight, the designer told me via email that he deeply regrets the mistake and takes full responsibility. Liam, Lisa.